Hello everybody and welcome back to a British citizen with a convincing American accent. My name is Evan Edinger and today I'm joined with who?
Noahfinnce.
That actually sounds like a baseball player's name.
Does it?
Yes, but does it sound like a Rounders player's name?
Usually it's women that play Rounders.
Alright, well that's, today we're talking about what is the difference between baseball and Rounders. I grew up playing baseball like every day, Little League. My dad just really wanted me to be good at it. I was not good at it. So I played for like maybe 8 years of my life. I have no idea how Rounders works. I just know that you guys play it here instead of baseball.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like not instead of baseball. It's one of the like girls' sports in the summer.
Do guys here play baseball or they just do cricket?
They play cricket. So it's like the equivalent of cricket. Even though, yeah.
Wait. Do you guys have softball?
No.
Because that's the girls' version of baseball, according to school.
Yeah, no, it's kind of just a sport and they've taken it off of like the GCSE sport list because it's a leisure activity instead of a sport.
Because it's too fun.
Exactly. It's so fun. Everyone loves Rounders and it takes skill.
Oh, okay. Is someone pitching a ball to you?
Yes, so same as baseball, someone throws a ball to you and you hit it.
Underhand.
You underhand it, yeah. You can't go overhand.
Like softball? Okay.
Yeah, it has to be underhand. It has to be in between your head and your knees. So if it's above your head or below your knees, it's a no ball.
Okay.
And then you hit it and you hold the stick.
With one hand?
Yes. Well, actually, you can use two hands apparently.
That's good for stability.
It is, but the bat is like this long.
All right, could get a picture up here? Okay, wow, that looks great.
Yeah, it's quite short, so if you use two hands, you feel like that would limit
It would hit your hand.
Yeah, it would, and also, yeah, you hold on to the bat while you're running.
Oh, so in case someone tries to tag you out, you get him with it.
No. Well, no, pretty much the thing is, so I know in baseball, like the way you get someone out is like you either catch the ball when they hit it, or you like run and slide across one of those little square things.
Base.
One of the bases. Well, in Rounders there are posts. And if someone is running between first post and second post, the way you get them out is smack the post before they get there. But if you have a bat...
So it's like cricket, because there's posts, where you have to hit the little sticky wicket.
No.
Okay.
No. Well, no, so pretty much you hit the ball, you hold on to the bat, you run with the bat, and then there are 4 posts. If you get to the second post, you get half a rounder. So the scores in terms of like Rounders. If you get to the
like
fourth
runs.
post, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so kind of like runs. But no, it's not. The post isn't the same thing as it is in cricket. There are people standing on each base.
Yeah.
And if you're running towards the base and someone has the ball and touches the base before you, you're out.
So just like baseball.
Yeah.
But so do you ever use the bat again? Do you hit the posts?
Well, so that's why it's nice to have a bat if you're quite slow, because you can just stick your arm out.
Oh, gives you a bit more length.
Yeah, as long as you hit the post and you're not out.
I think in Little League, a couple times, there were kids that would accidentally hold onto the bat, which is disqualification. I'm pretty sure you can't do that.
Do they disqualify little kids?
Little
League's like a big deal, isn't it?
Little League is a big deal for being a kid, because that's the only league.
Jesus. Yeah, I don't even know if Rounders had leagues. I guess it does, but not when you're young.
It's a recess game.
No, it was like, it was like in PE, the boys would either play like cricket or tennis, at least in my school, and the girls in summer would play Rounders. So it takes part of your like PE or like your game session, but it was never, and still probably isn't taken as seriously as it should be.
Because it's
a very
fun.
good game.
Yeah.
Because it's fun, because it's a leisure activity.
That was me with kickball, because that's just the one that you don't ever have any professional kickballs, but it's always in PE or,
Yeah. Well, there is professional Rounders teams.
Oh.
But it's not like as big as baseball.
It's not taken really seriously. No, I mean, we have the World Series.
Yes.
With just 3 countries.
No, I typed in Rounders and like videos of like 16-year-olds at school playing it came up.
So you're looking up videos of 16-year-olds?
I typed in Rounders. I typed in Rounders match.
How many players on a team, out of curiosity?
So I looked it up. I don't remember what it was at school because it was school matches.
So you could just have a lot of people.
Yeah, but if you're playing it properly, it's like if you're the defending team, so you're not batting, you're allowed a maximum of 9 players on the team.
All right, that's the same with baseball.
Yeah, 9 players on the field, so there'd be like 1 player on each post, a bowler, a backstop, which is the person.
So bowler is just a pitcher.
Yeah.
Backstop, a pitcher. I'm sorry, I said the same thing. Backstop is a catcher.
Yes, this is so American.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No, he's a sidewalk.
Do you guys? Well,
Pitcher.
You bowl.
Catcher. Yeah, you bowl, but you don't catch. Well, it's called backstop. There's like a meter behind the
strike zone.
That's not what it's called.
Okay.
But there's like a meter line behind where the person hits the ball, where the backstop stands.
And an umpire, I assume.
Yes, an umpire.
So the way it works in the U.S. is you throw 3. Basically, the pitcher just has to try and strike them out. If you miss the ball 3 times while swinging, you get 3 strikes. You're out. Then it's the next guy up.
So we don't have that in rounders. The bowler.
Can you run even if you don't hit it?
Yes. So if,
why?
So the bowler.
Yeah.
If they do 2 bad bowls, the other team gets half a rounder. But if the bowler does a decent bowl and you don't hit it, you have to run. Like, you just have to run. So bowling and not being able to hit it will not...
So you always get to play then.
Yeah, exactly. So you're not
even if you're bad
out.
at hitting, you can still try. Wow.
Yeah, well, that's why you have to, like, strategically place where the bad hitters and the bad runners were. Because a thing with rounders as well is, if you're a really good batter and you hit it really far, and there's somebody in front of you who's really slow, if you overtake them, they're out.
How the heck are you overtaking someone? How fast are you?
Well, so pretty much...
Because our bases are like 30 feet away from each other.
Oh, no, they're not that far.
Okay.
They're like, I think it was like 9 meters apart. Is that 30 feet?
That's 30 feet, mate.
Well, it doesn't feel that far. Oh my god, it's so much to explain to somebody that's never played it.
Yeah, I'm actually taking this all in.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to understand. So you hold the bat, you're running around, but it's basically the person in front in a normal game. They can't be that slow. Like, they need to be ready.
They can when you're like 9, and some players are fitter than others.
Well, is there a way to, like, in baseball, you have to choose the batting order before going out for the first inning, and then you cannot change it. So that way, the other team also knows what's going on.
It's kind of like that, but
Okay.
like it's not. I'm talking about like school sport when I was like 12.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't taken as seriously, but like there was a batting order, and you couldn't mix up the cue. But yeah, like it'd be funny, like if there was a left-hander, the other defending team would be like, oh, it's a left-hander, and then they completely...
Then they have to move,
completely change, yeah, which was fun, because I used to pretend to be left-handed, and then just hit it the other way.
Ooh,
so they'd be all over
deception.
here. Like, yeah, deception.
That's great.
But in terms of like other players being on the pitch when you're hitting, so if your team has batted, and they only got to first base, and you do a big hit, hopefully
they come all the way around.
Yeah.
Let's just say someone's on second post, and
Yes.
the person that's batting hits it out of the park.
Yeah.
Is that possible to hit out of the park?
No.
How
There
big
isn't
is
a
this park?
It's just a big field of
Oh,
grass.
because like our park is like, I think 99 meters, basically almost a full like football field length at the sides, and like what, 350 feet, 400 feet. So it's pretty far, but you can hit it out of the park, hit a home run.
I guess I've never done professional rounders, and I don't think many people have, but usually it's like a school sport.
But like, let's just say they hit it so far, they should be able to get a full round and knock the person home.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully. But pretty much, if you do like a decent hit and then you only manage to get to second post, as soon as the bowler bowls, that's when you can try and run.
Okay. Can you steal?
Can you steal?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like stealing, like basically once you have someone on base, let's just say you got a single, so you're on first base.
Yeah.
What you can do then is lead, where you kind of like step off of the base and kind of tempt the pitcher for a little bit, where you kind of have this stare off with him. He's looking at you like, are you gonna do it? And then he can throw it back to first base instead of pitching. And if the ball hits first base and the guy catches it and tags you out, you're out. Get out. However, what you can also do is tempt him, and then if he goes for the pitch, as soon as he begins to wind up, you can sprint and leg it before the pitch even hits and make it to second base.
I guess there is kind of that.
Okay.
But I don't really think there's like a name for it.
Oh. It's a huge strategy. Like once you get someone on base, you need to try and have them steal and try and make their way around so it's easier for them to get around.
Yeah,
home.
so in terms of like strategy, say your bowler bowls a really good ball and the hitter can't hit it, that means the ball goes to backstop. And then backstop has to make the decision of, do I try and like throw it to second post and get them out there, or do I just throw it to the bowler? Because if the bowler has it and puts their hand up, everybody has to stop running.
That's a fun rule.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, guys, stop.
Yeah, exactly. So you can either be like the strategy of like, I can get this person out, or I could just get everybody on the pitch to stop running, Because if they're a really good batter, you want to get them out. You don't want them to have another chance of hitting.
Yeah.
But it's also like playing it safe, because if you don't have a good backstop and it doesn't actually go to the bowler, it could be like all over the place.
That's such an interesting concept, though.
Yeah.
Like the whole, like, everyone now has to stop because I have the ball.
Yeah.
How do you switch sides? Like, when is it time for the offense to become the defense?
So I remember in school there was a specific amount of bowls that you had,
It has to do with the bowls, all right.
but it doesn't usually. I think that was just my school. So I looked it up in terms of like timings. A rounders match would last 50 minutes, and there would be...
What, the whole game?
The whole game would be 50 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, and it would
That's
be...
quick.
Yeah, it's made up of like 2 innings, so 2 bats per team, and each inning is 10 minutes long. So within the 10 minutes, you keep going either until everybody's out or until the 10 minutes is up.
Okay, so it's time-based as opposed to stock-based.
Yeah.
Like if this was a Smash Bros. Game. But the US is very stock-based, so it's 9 full innings of they go, we go, they go, we go.
9?
Yeah, and it's that's what like top of the 8th means, like it's now the first teams go. The 7th inning stretch is just because the game is so long that by the 7th inning, you just need to take a little break, so everybody kind of takes a break, you buy some concessions, then you come on back after your little stretch.
And how many players are there? 15?
There's 9 on each side.
But you can have like a maximum of 15 players in rounders, but there's only allowed 9 people on the pitch at once.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure there's like backup players,
Yeah.
but most
9?
it's definitely 9, yeah.
And they have to do 9 innings?
9 innings, yeah. And that's 9 innings in both like defense and offense.
And how many
hitting.
balls are in an inning?
So there can be an infinite number.
Just until everyone's out?
You just need 3 outs.
Oh, I see what you mean. So if 3 players are out, then you switch over.
Essentially, you can either get someone out with, if they are bad at hitting and they get struck out,
Yeah.
or if they get tugged or whatever, tug one out. Basically, as long as you get 3 outs and
Yeah.
a perfect pitch, there's been rare occurrences where you have perfect pitchers that every single inning they struck out every person. It's a very rare skill. It's happened a couple times, but I actually read that one of those perfect games was done by one of the pitchers that was high on LSD. I guess it's a performance
enhancing drug?
I
Wow.
suppose. Oh yeah, so do you know the concept of a ball as opposed to a strike? Like strike or ball?
No.
Essentially, when the ball comes across the plate, you have to choose whether or not it's in the strike zone before hitting. Like,
What's the plate?
like the home base.
No.
So like where you're standing to hit the ball.
Oh, okay, so like the hitting square.
Yeah, so ours is like a pentagon.
Okay.
And so there's an umpire, there's the catcher or whatever.
Yeah.
And you have to guess, is it like going to be a fair shot?
Yeah.
And they are going to do you have like different types of bowls? Like fastball, curveball, slider,
I'm sure some people do that.
knuckle duster.
We just throw the ball and
ball.
hope that they don't hit it far.
Because their pitchers will throw it like, so it looks like it's going to be a ball,
Yeah.
which is when it's not a strike.
Okay.
And you're like, oh, don't have to swing that. And then it actually comes back in. So you're like, I'll shoot. So it makes it more difficult.
Yeah.
But essentially, if the pitcher, as opposed to I think in rounders you said 2 bad bowls and then the guy gets on.
2 bad balls and the other team gets half around it.
All right. So for us, it's if 4 bad bowls, then you get to have that batter go to first base.
And what does the batter gain by going to first base?
Well, now that there's someone on first base, you have a higher potential to get that guy home. Because you only get points by getting someone home. And so let's just say the next guy goes up and he hits the ball, but there's no way he could get all the way. It's not a home run, but he hits it so well that the guy in first actually makes it all the way around.
Yeah, so how do points work? Every person you get home is a point?
Every person that comes home is a point, yeah. And
Okay, so it's based on assuming that people will be, like, caught out.
Yeah, and so basically, the more people that you can have on base, the higher chance one of those guys will come
Yeah,
home.
because they have less far to run.
Yeah, and there's this one practice that's done in professional baseball, which I've always not necessarily liked, but it's strategy, in which, let's just say you have 2 people on base, and you have one of the best hitters in the league come up against you, you basically force him on base. So instead of giving him an actual chance, you just have the pitcher, you have the catcher like walk really far away and just go, all right, let's just play catch. And then you walk him. And then when someone else comes up, you're like, all right, we'll strike you out.
That's bad sportsmanship.
But what if that guy, you've just given him the underdog status and he does hit a home run, that's a grand slam. Everybody comes home, you get 4 points.
I don't like that. Well, I used to do this thing in rounders where, like, the bowler would have their own square.
Yeah.
And the hitter would have their own square. But I would just stand as far right as I could on the hitting square.
Noahfinnce, far right.
No! No! Oh my god. No! But no, I would just stand as far this way as possible because it throws off the bowler. Because if I'm standing to the right of the square, I can stick my arm all the way out there and they have to bowl to my arm.
There's no like area they're supposed to throw to?
They're pretty much, it's like an area of like, will I be able to hit it, and is it between my head and my knees?
Oh, wow.
But they have to bowl to my bat. They don't just bowl to the square.
I like that this feels like it's baseball, but just not quite as like rule oriented.
Yeah.
Like obviously there's rules, but it's more like fun-ish.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's like a leisure. There are like professional rounders players, which I'm sure are like incredible, but it's just obviously not as big as baseball.
No. Also, how are you gonna get a group of friends around? That's like 18 friends.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Do you know I have 18 friends?
No. I like the concept of kickball more, which is just baseball,
Yeah.
as I described, just with a big red bouncy ball.
Yeah.
And you can't get hurt. You just kick it.
That's true, because our
Easier
baseballs
to
are
catch.
hard, aren't they?
You have to play with a mitt. It's like a leather mitt.
Oh, every person on field. has a
Every
mitt.
person on field has a mitt. You need a mitt, yeah. And you have to break in the glove, by playing it quite a bit.
It's like that's really cool. No,
Yeah.
we don't have that with rounders.
How hard is the ball? Baseballs can like severely injure you. I had a friend that was in baseball with me when I was in like 4th grade, and a pitch hit him right in the jaw, knocked out like 3 teeth, and I was then terrified of baseball. So I literally had a 0 batting average because I was just like, please don't hit my face.
Jesus.
Changes a man.
What
Oh yeah, our helmets don't even cover our face.
Oh, you have helmets.
Well, yeah, because if the ball hits your like head, you're knocked out, mate.
Yeah, we don't have helmets in rounder or mitts. Wait, do you have a metal bat?
Only in Little League, because we're like not that great. But once you become like actual baseball players,
A wooden one.
it's only wooden.
Okay. Well, no. So the ball.
And that's how you can crack the bat. Like,
Oh crap.
yeah, it's so sexy.
So you have like it's like a hard ball. A rounder's ball is like wrapped in like leather.
Oh yeah, same ours is like
not as hard as a cricket ball. Have you heard of cricket ball?
Yeah, those are they're very hard.
They're like rocks.
Yeah, cricket ball is like a rock. I don't want to say a baseball is soft because it's not, but it's not a cricket
comparison.
ball. I feel like if you dropped a cricket ball, it would almost sound like a bowling ball. And
Well, rounders balls are hard, but I assume maybe not as hard as a baseball. But that's interesting that like, because like it's the same with like rugby and American football. Rugby, we don't have helmets. We don't have like any safety
gear.
We have gum shields.
we're
but
supposed to
American
wear those.
football have like helmets and the gear, but like I guess you're running like full power.
You literally just run into each other.
Yeah.
Whereas baseball, the only players that are wearing masks are hopefully COVID-friendly players. No, the only players that are wearing like helmets are the batters, and then the only players that are wearing like masks is the catcher and umpire. Well,
So
also
you run with
with the helmet, on. Yeah.
on.
Not a helmet, just a helmet. Yeah.
So protect your head, not your face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you got to be able to see.
That's so interesting. Yeah, we don't have that with rounders. I guess maybe because the ball is thrown underhand.
Oh, yeah, ours is only thrown overhand.
Yeah, no, you can't throw overhand. That's like a no ball. So maybe that's like it stops it being as fast because you can't get as much.
Oh, no, I've seen softball players, because softball is only underhand.
They go like this.
They are
don't they?
insane.
Yeah, it's like a completely different thing. though.
Softballs are much bigger as well.
Yeah.
It was always like softball's for the girls, it's easier. And I'm like, I don't think I could hit a softball pitcher. They're insane.
There's like, well, because the rounders ball is like maybe this big.
Oh, God. Might as well play golf.
How big is a baseball?
A little bit bigger. Just showing our buttholes.
I do lots of poos. Okay, that makes more sense as to why we don't need gloves.
Yeah, so you can just catch it. For us, you just got to catch it with the mitt and then immediately like throw it in. Hail Mary.
God. Yeah, well, rounders does sound a lot more fun. Did you have like names for like collecting the ball? So like if a rounder's ball was like going across the floor, you get into a specific position called like long barrier.
Long barrier?
Yeah, it's called like long barrier where you like put your foot out and put your hand over your foot like this.
Oh, see, no, we have this thing called a glove. Right, we can just use that. Also, it's called a grounder when the ball hits the ground first, and so you just shuffle along. Yeah, we were taught all these different techniques.
Yeah.
That you might have seen in no, you guys don't have Tony the Tiger commercials.
The Kellogg's.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Well, no,
Our Tony
not
plays baseball, so.
Our Tony has stripes.
Our Tony has stripes. He just also likes playing baseball.
Yeah, I don't know what our Tony
A
does.
big thing is umpires or third base coach or the first base coach. They'll give like little signals.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any of that type of thing? That's basically to communicate across the field to the person on base to be like, hey, I think you should steal at the next round. And so it's like he knows that when I touch this and don't touch this afterwards, that
Yeah.
means steal. But you have to do all these other ones to throw off everyone else that's watching.
Bear in mind, I did not do like highly competitive
Yeah.
rounders. The only thing I do is like my team would be like, oh, do a left-handed one.
Do a left-handed one.
Or
Or bunt.
bunt.
Yeah, when you like go up and you're like, oh, I'm gonna hit the ball, and you just do this.
Oh.
And you just knock the ball straight down, so that way you can like just get on base and then run around.
Oh, well, I didn't do that. I'd hold the bat and then hit it with the back end of the bat. So you'd go right. It would go like really.
I can't.
far right.
I'd be too afraid of like doing this, and that would just hit my arm.
Oh no, because you do that and then they throw the ball and then you do that. But I guess they're not bowling as fast. You wouldn't try that with a baseball. You'd be like.
Yeah, I'd be too scared. As
Yeah.
you know, I would hurt my face. I mean, for Little League specifically, we had to sell candy bars. Maybe that's just an American thing. In order.
That disgusts me.
Well, as in, you don't have to, but like if your family / I think most people did this, didn't have like the $150 or whatever it is to join the Little League, you have to basically pay really cheap at like cost for all these boxes of Reese's, Kit Kats, and Hershey bars, and then you go door to door and you sell them for $1 each, and then you use that money to pay for your cleats, which you guys call
Studs.
boots. Oh.
Boots. Your boots.
You need cleats to play. You gotta have cleats, you gotta have the helmet, you gotta have the glove, the baseball bat. It's an expensive sport to start up.
You just need a bat.
Yeah, and a
Which
ball.
the school provides.
The school provides.
The school provides. Yeah, they came in like little like metal grids with like a handle. There'd be like 9 bats surrounding a handle, and you just like carry them around.
But how are you supposed to learn how to be an entrepreneur? CEO entrepreneur.
Yeah, I
selling
find
candy door to door.
that's like a really weird thing that American children do. Like even with the what are those Girl
Scout
Scouts?
cookies.
Yeah.
Also, I sold popcorn in the Boy Scouts.
Do people buy it out of pity or because they actually want it?
I'd say both. My thing as a very manipulative little child trying to make sure I sold the most so I could get the biggest prize would be to, I'd go to the bowling alley and I'd wait until someone had gotten a strike and then I'd be like, good job, sir. Except I was American, so I'd be like, hey, good job, sir. Do you want to buy some candy?
And smack you.
No, you'd smack me with some money, hopefully.
No,
Listen,
what?
I'm a child trying to follow my dreams and do Little League.
I've got enough like issues with the people outside of Oxford Circus Station trying to get money from me for like London stabbing.
I like put a candy bar in your hand. I'm like,
It's like,
that's
no.
$5.
Oh god, no! That sounds horrifying. And knocking on your door as well.
My mom let me go door to door to sell stuff because I couldn't really afford to do all the trips that I wanted to do for scouts and stuff, and so I kind of needed to earn that.
It's just forcing people to open their door to a child.
Well, yeah. So it's like those annoying people that come by to be like, hey, have you donated to the animals charity? And you're like, well, one of the housemates probably did. And they're like, that's not you. And yeah, this happened last week. It's like that, except now it's a small child like, please, sir, I'd like to play baseball with my friends.
That's so sad.
I learned a lot about how much money you could make that's not for yourself.
I thought you were going to say I learned a lot about how much people suck.
No, I literally always got first or second place.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I was really good at selling.
I can imagine that.
Such as when I say, subscribe to my YouTube channel. See, I was believable. People did it. Subscribe to Noah's channel below as well. He makes cool videos. What was your recent one? You can sell yourself right now.
Stream Mind Blank No Thoughts.
Sick music video. Listen
Yeah.
to it on Spotify, or we've got other videos on screen. Thanks
Yes.
for showing up. If you want to tell us which you think is better, it's baseball or rounders, please leave a comment. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
It is rounders, though. It's a leisure activity.
It's a leisure activity.